completing Vermont September 6th, U.S. Forest Road 341 North to Stratton Mountain. This will be a one-day wonder trip to the top of Stratton Mountain and to where we were in June, and is where we will be finishing Vermont. We had gone to a powwow in Massachusetts for Labor Day weekend, which was actually pow poop, with 4 non-native women selling fake native Indian jewelry. So we changed our plans and decided to drive to Stratton-Arlington Road in Vermont and finish the Vermont section of the Appalachian Trail instead. All we have left to do is to climb up and down Stratton Mountain that we were unable to do in June due to the weather. We arrived at U.S. Forest Road 341 and backed our camper up near the closed gate. We arrived at 2:45 and are doing this night hike because it is supposed to rain tomorrow when we are heading home. Yes, you have heard right. It will be dark when we are climbing back down from the top of this mountain, and we are only here for one night. We started our hike up to where the AT crosses the forest road. We moved quickly up the trail with determination to make it up and back down to our truck before it got dark, which is around 7:30 now. We still have our trail legs after doing the Saddleback Range last month, so we were moving pretty well with no backpack on, just the day pack that Dave was carrying. The climb up was not as difficult as what we had done in Maine last month, with no big boulders, just a few large rocks. We reached the pine forest top of the mountain in about 2 hours and found a nice Green Mountain cabin for the caretaker and a fire tower. I would love to be a caretaker up here. The female caretaker was here, and she told us that she lives nearby here with her husband. She asked us if we had flashlights, which we did, as we already knew that we would not make it back out to our camper before dark. She told us that 250 visitors had gone up the fire tower today. She said that they take the gondola up and down from the Stratton Mountain Ski Resort. I guess that this is a popular tourist destination. We began our descent down Stratton Mountain, heading toward where we were in June, when we went to Stratton Pond Shelter from U.S. Forest Road 341. It was pretty awesome coming down the mountain as the sun was just starting to set. We reached U.S. Forest Road 341 and finished Vermont and finished another state on the AT. We hiked U.S. Forest Road 341 back to our camper as it was getting dark, a long, arduous process. Dave was in the lead with his headlamp on. As we were getting closer to our camper, we heard coyotes hollowing in the surrounding woods very close to us. It was a totally awesome experience and a great way to end Vermont. We were lucky with weather, and it had felt like fall out here. However, the spring was awful here with all the mud, humidity, and bugs. The many times that we hiked in the rain was awful, especially this past June. We had an okay night here, and in the morning we went to a theater and watched A Walk in the Woods, a movie based on a book of hiking on the AT that was written by Bill Bryson and starring Robert Redford as Bryson and Nick Nolte as his friend, that were hiking the Appalachian Trail. We had listened to the book many times when we drive to do long sections of the AT. It is a very funny book. We had enjoyed the movie, however, it was very different from the book version.